Let me ask you one question. Can history be used to predict the future? Well, this is one question which we have been grappling with for quite some time. It's a very popular question in media, entertainment, and popular culture. So let's talk about that today. Now, before we go there, do watch the entire video, like the video, and share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel as well. Now, back to the main question. Why is the world the way it is today? And based on studying the history of the world, could we have predicted the future and what the world would eventually turn out to be? For example, why do we have two superpowers, the US and China today? And based on studying the empires of the past, could we have predicted that? Why is it that Christianity is the most prevalent religion? Back when Constantine came to the helm of the Roman Empire, it was a small sect, but it soon became the state religion and is the most prevalent religion in the world. To give you another drastic example, the Bolsheviks in 1913 in Russia were a very small group. Who could have predicted that 4 years later they would control the largest country on the world? Well, in popular culture, we often like to think that history can be studied and used to predict the future. This is something called determinism, where we like to think that the history and the future is a system where there are certain variables, and if we understand those based on studying the past, we can determine the future. And I think as humans, that makes us feel safe and comfortable to some extent. But history and the future is something called level 2 chaos. Now, what is that? Now, what is level 1 chaos? Now, a level 1 chaos would be a system where we can predict the future to some degree of accuracy, such as the weather systems we have today, where we can predict quite accurately. Even though it's chaotic, to some degree we can predict accurately what it would be. Now, a level 2 chaos is a system where the prediction of the outcome has an impact on the outcome. To explain it to you, let me give you an example. Now, consider a stock which is at $90 today. And suppose we predict that it's going to be $100 tomorrow. Based on that prediction, there would be a huge demand for it, and the stock price would just surge up. So this is an example of a level 2 chaos where your prediction of the future or the outcome has an impact on the outcome. And history and the future are something like that. It's an example of level 2 chaos. But we as human beings kind of like to think that studying the past can help us predict the future. Now, this is something called the hindsight fallacy. Now, there is a sect of historians and a group of people involved in humanities who say that yes, we can to some degree say what are the trends or cultures that are going to prevail. And Yuval Noah Harari talks about something called memetics. Now, this word might sound familiar to you, memetics. That because it comes from the word memes. Now, memes are considered to be the building blocks of culture. And in humanities, there is a group who study memetics who think of culture as something similar to parasites. Now, just as a parasite accidentally enters a human system and spreads over there, similarly, cultures are defined as accidental ideas that enter a host, that enter their mind and spread from one organism to another organism. And the cultures or trends that are most successful are the ones whose memes are most easily replicable. So just as the impact of a disease or a parasite is the one that can spread easily from one host to another. Similarly, cultures or trends that have the most impact or are most prevalent are the ones whose memes can spread easily from one host or one human to another human. So, these are some ideas from Sapiens for today. I hope you found it interesting and insightful. So, till the next video, take care and thank you.